Hi there, this is Nick from TbT, www.airrifletuning.com. You're joining me today on our special Christmas Day unboxing. It's a Christmas present from me to me of an Umarex Smith and Wesson Model 29 revolver. I love revolvers. I love the Smith and Wesson Model 29, especially in this configuration. This is the blacked 6.5 inch barrel Dirty Harry 44 Magnum, the one from the films. Absolutely lovely gun. When I saw that Umarex were doing one, I had to get one. So today we're going to take it out, I'm going to open my Christmas presents with me, and we're going to have a little comparison as well. We'll look at it and then compare it to a real one. So here we go. Straight away, the box is a nice cardboard box with much writing on it. It says on the top here, it's CO2 177, it's a metal gun, double or single action, adjustable sights and a rifled barrel. All these things are looking good. On the back we've got various blurb in various languages. It's going to be a 6-shot up to 125 meters a second velocity. Wonderful, lovely. Let's get in and have a look. It's Christmas, I'm allowed to be excited. I haven't been at the punch yet or the hot wine, but anyway. Okay, there we go. There it is, a little bit of bubble wrap to protect it. Put the box aside for now. It's quite heavy. I'm surprised that it is quite heavy. I was expecting it to be lighter than that, but that's very, very, very similar to the real one in the feel. It's let's open that up. It's got shells in it. Let's take those out. Umarex, quite a few of the Umarex use shells to load the gun. They don't perform anything apart from hold the pellet and then take the CO2 into the back to fire them out the front. It's just a more authentic feel to using the gun. Quite a good design, but I still don't want them in the gun while I'm looking at it. So we have got 44 Magnum written on the barrel there. It's a typical Smith and Wesson drum release, but that's interesting. Pull it back. That's a safety catch. The real one doesn't have a safety catch, but there you go. So you've got a safety catch, and I suppose that's quite good. Push it forward one click, and it'll fire. Push it forward another click, and it opens. It's quite neat. That feels a bit gritty and grubby. Bit of bum slide will fix that. That'll be fine. It's got to bear in mind this is actually a replica gun, a cheap replica gun, 150 quid or so. So I can't expect the exact same quality as with the real thing. Now, the trigger. It has got the wide trigger blade, the target trigger blade, and the wide hammer that the Model 29 has in real life as well. That's nice. That's a nice touch. That's. You don't mind me dry firing this. It's okay. Like I said, I've taken the things out of there. Just want to feel what the trigger feels like. That's not bad on double. I've just got a wall here next to me which is pointed out. Bit heavier than the real thing, but not by much. Well, that's a nice touch. Let's just see if I've got any. Normally, if you open that up on the real one, you have the stamp there with the serial number and the model number and things like that. It doesn't have that, but interestingly, it does have the pinned barrel. The pinned barrel was only up until about 1982 on the real thing. It was just. In 82, the accountant started taking over the company, so they started making things cheaper. You didn't get a recessed drum, you didn't get pinned barrels, things like that. It's a minor detail, but people who collect the real ones prefer the ones with the pin barrel and the recess. But that is nice. We've got on the other side Smith and Wesson there. We've got M29 6.5 inch. Licensed trademarks of Smith and Wesson there, so it's a licensed product. There's the serial number. Yeah, it's as a display piece. If it was on the wall or in a case, you'd be hard pressed to see that this wasn't a real thing. Certainly from that side. Don't know if you can see it, but it's a lovely, shiny, deep black finish on the frame, which would be an N frame if it were a real one. N frame revolver. The drums different. It's machined rather than cast, so there are lines, machine lines, and not bad, but it's giving it a more silvery tinge. rather than the deep shiny black of that. It's not bad, but it's just slightly different. I don't know if it really shows on camera. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, and the ejector rod silver. I wonder why that is. The grips look okay. They're plastic, but they're going to be plastic because this is a £150 replica, not a £1,500 real thing. Got a little notch there. That comes off there. Okay, well that's where your CO2 goes. If you've used an Umarex, you will know this. CO2 goes in there. That screws up. I take it there'll be an Allen key somewhere in there to tighten that up. Pop that back on and you're away. So, if I put it on properly, that is. But once it's on the end, there's no movement there. Okay, so how does this compare to a real one? Well, from my angle right here, very well indeed. Slightly longer in the grip, but other than that, I've got to say, they are pretty close. There we go. This is what I was saying about the this is the real one. Oh, just it's empty and safe. That's the pinned barrel I was saying about. This is a 29.3, 1973. This one was made. So it's got the pinned barrel and it's got the recessed drum for the shells there. Now, what I will say, looking at that, that's rattling around in there. That's a 44 Magnum cartridge. This is one of the Umarex Smith and Wesson. Let's just have a little measure of that. 0.39 of an inch, a 39 cal. Okay, that's interesting. That's virtually identical to a 357 Magnum, which is interesting because the Model 29 is also available as a 357 Magnum. Identical gun except for the calibre, but then it's called a Model 27. I don't have one of those yet, but I know where there is one, so watch this space. So that is interesting. It would be more accurate to say, I would think, that this is actually a copy of a Model 27 because the cartridges for it, let's put the real one away, the cartridges for it are 357. But then again, having said that, I'm going to go ahead and guess that the reason for it being marked up as a 2944 Magnum is because of the film Dirty Harry. People want a Dirty Harry gun, they don't want a Model 27, they will just go, well, what's that then? It's like this one but different. Yeah. Now, there's another thing, the forcing cone. That's on a spring. In the real one, obviously, it isn't. The forcing cone is just a forcing cone there. It's just a bloody great hole where the bullet goes into when it goes bang. But on this one, that is spring loaded, and I'm going to go and guess, and I'm correct, that is so. When the drum's sealed, that makes a better seal to improve the power. That's a nice touch, because with the old Brocock pistols, they used compressed air inside cartridges in the drum to fire them out, but a lot of air, well, same with the powder burns, a lot of the power is wasted coming out at the sides there, but that's going to minimise that to maximise the power. Nice touch. So let's have a look at the weights. Turn that on. The real 44 Magnum is 1,125 grams. And the replica is 904. So yeah, it is lighter, but it doesn't feel light. You know, sometimes you'll pick an air pistol up and you'll think, oh, that's a bit crappy, plasticky, gimmicky. This one doesn't feel like that at all. The look of it and the feel of it are very, very similar. The sights are adjustable. They're not identical to the sights on the real one, but they're a close replica. Got the red parts marked at the front there on the foresight, supposedly to make target acquisition quicker. Yes, I would say if I was looking for a replica 44 Magnum, got the real one aside, that this is actually a very nice copy indeed. And for the price, I've had air pistols for similar prices that really didn't feel as well bolted together as this one. So yeah. Okay, I am going to stop the video and I'm going to go and have a play in my indoor range, and soon I'll take this along to the range and we'll do a side-by-side firing with the real one. Obviously the real one's going to be noisier, but we'll see how they actually compare. I might do some 10 metre with it or something like that, and we'll see what the accuracy is like. But I will leave you today on Christmas Day, unless you're watching this any other day of the year. It's probably a 364 to 1 chance that you're not watching this at Christmas, but if you are watching at Christmas, have a great one. If you're not, then enjoy the video anyway. Watch out for the next one when I do a side-by-side shooting of these. Yeah, and I will just leave it for the moment. If you're looking for a replica of one of these, I would not hesitate recommending it so far. Please subscribe to our channel, and I'll speak to you all again soon. Thank you.